In today's Panchatantra portion of our show, Aparna Ramaswamy narrates the story of a camel, crow, hyena, and a jackal.
Good morning, I'm Aparna Ramaswamy and welcome again to the Panchatantra. In today's story, it's about a camel, a crow, a hyena, and a jackal, and of course a lion. The story starts saying that once upon a time, in a jungle, there lived these animals, and the lion was the king of the forest. It so happened that after a fight, the lion got sick, was not able to hunt for the other animals, so the rest of the animals were all starving. The other animals like the jackal, the hyena, and the crow didn't very much like the camel. So they started figuring out a way to saying, how can we get the lion to eat the camel? Now the lion had actually promised the camel his protection and said that you don't have to fear for your life in this forest as long as I'm here. So the crow and the jackal go up to the lion and say, you're sick, you're not able to hunt for the rest of us, and we're not able to hunt for ourselves because we're scavengers. How do we now go about getting food for the rest of the kingdom? What about if we kill the camel? And the lion says, absolutely not. I've given him my word and there can be no danger that comes to him. And then the jackal says, but what if the camel offers that you kill him? Will that be okay? And the lion says, maybe it will. If that happens, then I will consider it. So these three animals, the crow, the hyena, and the jackal, go about plotting. And they come back to the lion and get the camel one day, and then they tell the lion, the crow goes first, and says, lion, all of us are starving. Now, as your faithful servant, I want to give up my life. Why don't you kill me? So immediately the hyena jumps in and says, what's the point of killing you, crow? You're just a small little thing. You're not going to feed the rest of us. But I, on the other hand, will at least feed a few stomachs. So he says to the lion, please kill me. The moment the hyena says that, the jackal jumps in and says, well, I'm bigger than you, so it will make sense for the lion to kill me and feed the rest of the animals. The camel, poor fellow, is listening to all of this and gets caught up in the moment and goes up to the lion and says, well, I'm the biggest of all of the animals here, so if you kill me, I would die in service of my master, you, so that would make sense. So immediately the lion gives the cue to the other animals, who immediately pounce on the camel and kill him, and the crow and the jackal and the hyena accomplish their purpose of getting rid of the camel. Now in the frame story, the bull talking to the jackal says, well, just like that, I don't want to get caught in this situation where the lion is surrounded by ministers who don't like me and who are plotting against me, and I don't want to get killed. So he says, well, but then there's the other side of the story too. Is it my duty to really prevent the lion from getting misled? Please join us next week for the narration of the Panchatantra.